Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tai Chi For You. And I just want to start off by saying how grateful I am that you guys allow me in your home to teach you some Tai Chi, get you moving, get some education, just feel more alive, and just feel better about yourself. So, all the benefits of Tai Chi. We kind of hit on a few, but there's just so much research out there with university studies that how it just benefits arthritis, it benefits the immune system, all that. So, um, the other thing I want to talk about a little bit, we'll do some housekeeping, and then we'll get into what the show is all about tonight. If you'd like, I've been booking appointments with healthcare facilities, different organizations. So if that's something that might work for you better to have me come to your office, or you have a group together and you want to just get some friends together or like-minded individuals that you know, and we could work something out and have a class that way. So get a hold of me, and I have some time available. We'll figure it out. So the other thing, and this is exciting, next week's guest, and I'm still teasing it. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. But if you have ever done yoga, you ever taken any sort of workshop, the workshop that she's offered in the past is just phenomenal. Um, Maybe you got a clue on who it might be, but you're gonna have to tune in next week. We're gonna be talking about just really the hour probably isn't. I know it's not going to be enough, but we're going to hit on a bunch of topics, and just tune in and find out. So um, tonight's show, I guess I want to talk to you guys that are home just sitting in your chair for whatever reason. Maybe you're just sore, you're tired, you're worked out, or you have a physical job and you come home and just plop in your chair and that's it, watch TV. Or maybe it's, I don't know, you don't have time. You busy, or you don't have time for the gym, you don't have the money for the gym. We're going to bring the gym to you right here in your chair. So why don't we do this? Let me show you this book too. I've been getting some great books given to me. I find them. People tell me that they have it, and what I like it. So this is Tai Chi in the chair. So can you guess what topic we're going to talk about tonight? Let's get over to our comfy chair. This is the most comfortable chair I could find here. So you're just sitting at home right now, watching TV. I'm watching myself on TV. You just want to, make sure you got a sturdy chair. You want to sit up straight. Keep your feet on the ground. And really, you're going to get all the benefits of Tai Chi when we do it standing up. So it is. It's gonna give you strength. It's gonna just again build that immune system. It's gonna help you with balance. It's really just gonna put you in a better mood. So if you're ready to get in a better mood and you're sitting in your chair, we're gonna do some Tai Chi in the chair. So let's begin. We're just doing some warm-ups right now. Same thing. And however you don't have to exactly copy me on this one or on any of them. It's just, we're just moving. Movement is medication. We say that all the time in Tai Chi. So right now I'm just moving the arms. And we have the Tai Chi principles that we talk about, the 70-30. So I'm not overextending at the moment. I'm just, again, with the warm-up. And then we have a nice breathe in, breathe out. When we talk about that, nice breath in. And use a little Make a noise, a little sound therapy on yourself like that. Good. And how about we warm up a little bit on the fingers? So if you'd like to sit up on the edge of the chair a little bit more, but again, keeping that back straight, we talk about that elongated spine. We want to have that visualization. We use visualization a lot in Tai Chi. So I'm having that thread pull, dropping the tailbone on that one, and let's just warm up the fingers a little bit. Oh, and I'm going to show you some acupressure points tonight too. So, and let's do them in the chair, why not? So we're just warming up the fingers. And if you want to go the other way, so again, make it your own. If you have some issues with arthritis and all that, just do what you can to loosen them up a little bit, just like that. Good. And if you can get the wrist to go in and out, just like that. And continue to breathe, just like that. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then let's just warm up. We'll get the elbows and the wrist and the fingers. Just sort of get those elbows going a little bit. It's like that. And if you have music you want to play, if you want to leave the TV on while you're doing it, once you kind of figure out a routine, you could be watching Netflix and doing this. I don't care. So we're just loosening up. Good. And remember we did our head to toe sort of warm up, and that's a good way to kind of hit everything. So just relax the hands on the knees, and we're just going to just gently roll. Nice breathing. And again, adjust it to what your body is telling you, or what your doctor maybe recommends he wants you to do, or don't do a certain move. That's fine. You could circle, or you could just do some just side to side, and I'm not overdoing it. You could get to the point, and I've seen this, and it does feel good, where you just put the weight of your hand on the head, and just it gives it just a little more draw out like that. So if you want to try that, if you're comfortable with it, but still try to keep that center straight up and down. Good. And we're working on the core, even though we're doing the arms and the legs. You can keep the core engaged, all right? So we did the neck. Okay, now let's just do some shoulder rolls on this one. And if you're ambitious and you have those little 3-pound weights, don't have to overdo it. You don't have to get the 25s. You can just do it like this. And then just try another direction. Just like that. And just feel, again, try to visualize that rolling, just circular. Good. Try that one, just where we just drop the arm and come up. So we just drop and come up. And try the other one, where the shoulder just drops and then circle and bring it up. Good. And let's try a little bit of that hula hoop. We're just moving the hips a little bit. So you can't go as much as you can if we were standing up. but it's that side, front, side, back. But don't slide back. And if you're all the way back, if you need the back support, you could try it that way. And that might just constrain you a little bit more. If you're on the edge of the seat, you can get a little more range of motion. And do both directions on this one. 3. So it's almost like you were gonna be, pushing up to get out. So this might be a good one to help you get out of the chair if you practice this one enough. Again, use your mind. Visualize how easy it's going to be to just get up when you're loosened up, you're not stiff. Let's drop down into the knees. So we'll just circle the knees again. You may have to bring the get up on the ball of the foot a little bit and try the other direction. It's a little bit different than from standing up, but we're just warming up the knees. You could do one knee at a time. And we talked about just waking up the chi or getting the blood flowing. We want to get the whole kneecap on the side, on the back. Just go down a little bit and come up. So we can just rub, get some heat going, and just some stimulation like that on the sides, on the back, on the front. Just like that. And then drop down, we'll do one ankle at a time, where we're just sort of rotating it in both directions. Or you could try it if you wanted to lift it and circle. So I guess, yeah, you want to have a chair with arms so you can hold on a little bit better for balance. Good, just like that. And the same thing with the other foot. Try it up in the air. And just get it. And then let's try the flexing. Just bring it up and down, up and down, up and down. Another foot. Bring it up and down, up, down. Good. All right. Let's go into the breathing, and I don't want to make the whole show about a breathing technique. So if you have one, if you've learned a certain breathing technique and it works for you, that's great. You don't have to stick to the one that I'd use, but I try to just, again, fill up the lungs by using that diaphragm muscle that pulls down, that opens up the lungs to get as much fresh air in as I can. And then when I exhale, I visualize, well, I physically kind of curl in a little bit, but it's squeezing and getting all that stale air out. So when I expand, and I go in through the nose and out through the mouth. Or if you wanted to just both, mouth. However works for you. Let's do some arm and shoulders, where we just circle. And again, you don't need much space, but just an arm's out to the side and your foot out like that. So you don't need a lot of room. You have that much room in your living room. So let's do this one. We just circle and fairly large size. And if you do this one and you want to grab and you had a little 2.5 pound weight, or people say you get a can of soup and do it, but I think if you had those weights that slide into your hand and you could hold it, or just like a small little dumbbell you could hold, because we're going to start to turn the palms up now, and we go in smaller circles. Just like that. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to do palms down in reverse direction. Again, the larger one with the palms down. That's how you remember. Large palm down, smaller palm up. 3, 2, 1. And then open the door, close the door, if you want to think of it like that. Or if you want to think of the machine at the gym where you put your arm in and you push it out, they're the pads. But you want to keep the elbows up. I'm not dropping them. I want to keep them up and out. I mean, I get it back. I'm not overdoing it, but I want to feel that stretch somewhat. So bring it in and out. And I'm not holding it. I'm just out, in, out, in. Then we did the reach up, pull down. So again, that bar at the gym on the cable, and you pull it down. We're just reaching up, and visualize that weight on there. We're pulling it, letting it up, pulling it down. Reaching up, pulling it down. Now visualize the straight bar, and we're pushing that weight up, and control down. Just push it up, control down, push up, 2 more, push up, down, push up, and down. Good. And a little bit of shaking it out like that. Let's try the 500 claps seated. So it's up the outside of the arm and down the inside of the arm. So you could build up to this one where you're really waking things up and getting a good pounding, or you could sweep. But the form is the cup right here. You just cup your hand, and that's the chi or the energy going in and down and up the outside and down the inside. So up, down, or brush up and brush down. And same thing with the legs. You can start off with both legs at the same time. We can go down the outside, get to the ankles, and come up the inside of the leg. So sitting down, you can pretty much get down to the ankle and up. I'll get as close as you can. Just get down and come up, or the one leg at a time, outside, inside. If you wanted to try to make it a little bit tougher for you, keep the leg up. Come down, just like that. Now you're on the edge of the chair, so you can reach the back. And it's right where your belt line is, sort of. You're just, again, waking things up, loosening up the area. A lot of fiber tissues and fascia, muscles, all that. And you just want to warm up that area, kind of loosen them up. And then we bring it around to the front and just pack that chi, get that energy going right in with that cupping. And you can it sound like the horses are coming. And then work your way right up to the center line right here. And you could do one hand on the thymus right here and just gently tap. And great time to practice that breath in, breath out. Or you can do both hands, find that collarbone or that clavicle bone, and just underneath it, and just use the tips of the fingers, and just tap, 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 tap. And then bring it up and around. We're getting the base of the spine. And then come up the back of the head and behind the ears, base, bring it up, back of the ears, and up, back of the ears. And then under the eyes, gently, and again, this is an acupressure point. If you wanted to, I mean, it's part of the 500 claps, we're tapping like this, but you could just find that area and just hold it. And that helps relieve pressure. It's sort of a, like a beauty secret too, you see. They do that as well. And you could try it with a cold pack. That's another little tip. Okay, good. And then we're going to go under the nose right here. This little, there's a name for that. I gotta find out what it is, but right there. And then on the chin. Alrighty. And then the one where we reach up and we do the inside of the arm, and we come right down the side under the arm, around that whole armpit area, right down the side. So let's start off up here and come right down, get all around that area, and right down the side. And do both sides. Or remember, this could be a brushing move as well. Or, you know, really build up that muscle right there, that whole area when you're doing any sports or things like that that might require getting tackled or hit. Right there, build that up a little bit. Good. And then we have the fingertips. Very good. And just gentle karate chops. Feel that energy start to build. And on the wrist. Good. All right, just shake that out a little bit. So let's try some of the qigong moves that we do. So palms are facing down, and we're going to bring the hands up with a nice breath in, where they come overhead with the palms face each other, and then they come down the front. And then they're going to come up into the heart, and down, and then we gather it up to the heart again, and this time we roll out or give it away, bring it back to reload, and down. So it's palms down, breath in, arms up, palms face, and just draw it right down. Gather some more, bring it up into the heart, and push it down. And then we gather more to the heart, and give it away. Circle, and down. So last one, up, draw it down, pulling it down, bringing it up into the heart, down, up into the heart, give it away. That one does feel good. That's a nice one to do. I do it in the morning, you know, standing, once even when I wake up, before I get out of bed, I just sort of roll the leg a little bit, roll the knee and get that ankle going before I hit the floor. And then it's up, and then it's some Qigong. So if you can start your morning off like that, set your alarm a little bit earlier so you're up doing it. But that's another topic we can get into. But let's go into some of the other moves. The Tai Chi arms, that's where they just float up and they come in and down. So you can have your legs crossed. You can just have them flat on the floor. So bring them up, in, and down. Bring the arms up, in, and down. Good. Let's practice the wave hands like clouds, sitting down. So we turn the body and see how it brings that arm across, and we just lift it up. About shoulder height, or right across the chest, where I'm going to come across, and then control down. And there's that, just turning, there's no weight shift, I'm just turning the body. I'm turning the body, dropping down. Keeping that core engaged, over and down. So I'm following, my eyes are following the hand. Just like that. Good. Try the other one. Bringing it up, over and down. Bringing it up. And I'm sort of using you gaze past the hand. So I'm not like staring at my hand. I'm bringing it across, but I'm taking it again. That's one of the things you learn with the Tai Chi. It slows things down so you see things more clearly. So you're just slowing down, but you're taking in the whole scene of what's going on. 3, 2, 1. And let's just bring in both hands. And we can do this one's called parry. And it's just an inside parry is where we fold. Just like that. And then we go out, out. So it's sort of that wax on, wax off. And it takes a little coordination. Takes a little coordination to say that. 3, 2, 1. Good. So let's go on to let's try the beak. We have the beak, we have the whip, and we bring the arm out and across. So bring it back. So this hand right here, you're making a strong, you're bringing all the power of the fingers and the thumb right into that one point. So make a point. If you had to make a point, boom. So it's there as a weapon if you need it. It's there. This hand is bringing the weight of the whole body and the energy coming up. And the breath and the energy coming out. So this is the move or the block or the defense So that one, and the beak, the whip, and come across. Try it with both hands, both sides. Good. The other one that's good, let's try this one, is the dragon looks behind. So we could try a version of the hands are on just resting, and we're just looking behind, back to center. Look behind to the center, just like that. Good. Or let's try with, it's a little bit trickier because of the chair, the back of the chair, but let's try it. So one hand you place firmly on the shoulder, the other hand is palm facing out, firmly on the back, and you're pushing and getting that twist. So even though this hand is pushing on the shoulder, this hand is pushing in on the back, and it's giving you that, you can feel a firm, again, that core feeling of twisting. And I think there's some sort of chiropractic move too where they get that going and they, but we're not chiropractors. Maybe I'll get a chiropractor on the show. And we'll show him some Tai Chi. Good. All right. Let's do some energy work while we're sitting here. Let's take a drink first. Put a little watermelon in with my water. There's a lot of flavor in watermelon. You'd be surprised. Okay, we were going with energy. There we go. So, we talk about this area of the palm right here is an energy center. So we want to use 2 fingers. They call it sword fingers. You might hear somebody say it when they say they don't say 2 fingers, they say sword fingers. It's 2 fingers. And we want to encircle the whole of the palm, just like that. Then we're going to start using our intention, smaller circles, and directing that energy right into that center of the palm with smaller circles. Good. And then you can reverse the circles. Again, staying in that center. And then we're going to pull out and face the palms. And just see if you can feel anything. Try that shearing, that up and down. And when they meet and when they separate, see if you feel any electromagnetic. Again, the body has electricity, so we're using that feeling, and then we're just going to start to just bounce it in and out, and don't go out too far. Again, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it, and that's fine. It took me over a year for me to really kind of develop any feeling of what's there. But when you start and you start to feel it, if you go out too far, you just lose it. So go out to that point, that stretch, and then sort of pack it back in. And then see if you can pull it out just a little bit more. So you could, now when you pack it in, maybe it's harder to visualize packing it in tight. It's a larger ball. So what it is, we made our Tai Chi ball. Now we want to set our intention of what we want to do with this energy. And it could be a healing energy. It could be for just sending out positive energy to another person, or it doesn't have to be a person. You could send it out to your garden. You could send it out to just nature, to the weather, to keep, have it maybe cool down a little bit tonight. So have your intention, whatever it is. Take a breath in and just send it out. And back in and down. Those of you that enjoy it, I do like doing that in class a few times. People will say, could the class make one and send it to, I have a sister that's having an operation, or, hey, we've been sending them to the Red Sox. We'll see how far they get. But that's the whole idea of energy. It's sending out a good intention, and it's connecting. So talk about connecting, and we talk about power centers. We have our 3 power centers right here. The lower one, the lower dantian, and then the heart center, and then the wisdom center up here, or the third eye. So the lower one, that lower dantian, that's the power center where it's you connecting to self. I guess there's other ways to say it. That gut feeling that you have, that where you really want to maybe build up some energy for yourself, you could just, make that energy ball and just sort of pack it right in. You put your hands right on your stomach, and you could circle, or you don't have to do a hands-on. You could just hover it right over that power center and just see if you can feel that energy going in and expanding and building, and then give it some more and build, and give it some more and just build, and just keep packing the chi, they call it. Packing the chi. So you have a reserve energy, and that energy could be for physical, it could be just a mental decision, or that instinct, that mother's instinct, or whatever. It's just, that gut feeling right here. People put their hands there, and they draw from that to, I guess, make that decision on what's right. What should I buy something, or should I cross the street, or whatever that, whatever dangerous situation. You got to do something. Well, make a decision right here. It comes from here. Here's your heart center. Again, you could build and pack some chi into this center right here. It's very powerful, because this is what it is. It's you connecting to others. So you want to build that. And again, to connect, or to have enough energy to protect yourself from others that maybe want to just suck the energy right out of you. You hear that expression, right? Geez, when he walks into a room, it just sucks the energy right out of the room. So if you have enough built up right here, and you can feel good about yourself, and build up around your energetics, put on your energetic suit, armor suit, and be all set. But this is you connecting to others for the most part. So you build up that chi, that good energy, and you send it to other people. And again, the heart, that's where you hug, right? When you hug somebody, there's an exchange of energy right there. So you want to have plenty of energy to give away. And again, the more you give, the more you get. It's a nice exchange. Now we move up to this power center right here, the third eye, or we're just, using our brain. We're trying to think of something, and we just, that's it. We connect to it, and we try to think of it. Oh, what's that answer? Was it A, B, or C? What's that combination? What was that phone number? What was the last 4 numbers? And that's, you draw from in here. So if you have that, and you could pack some energy in here, make a chi ball, and put some energy right in here like this. And this is you connecting to a higher source. Could be, your angels, what's the one there? You say a prayer to find your keys or whatever. You're connecting to source right here, trying to find the answer, whether it's in or you're receiving it from, again, a higher source. So those are the three power centers that we talk about. Let's talk a little bit about the what I found in this book about the acupressure. So this one right here, it's a great one for, it says carpal tunnel. And where it is, it's located right in the bend of the wrist right here. So you could find and again, it's almost like I guess where your pulse is. Where are my nurses? They know where the pulse is. So you want to just find that area right there. And it's a gentle pressure. And it could be anywhere from, 10 to 30 seconds. And then just control, come out of it. So you control going in and just see what works for you. Kind of move it around a little bit till you find a spot. And again, it's the intention, but there is that acupressure meridian energy right there. 3, 2. So I'm pushing with the arm as I'm pushing down with the thumb on that one. The other one they talk about is that the facial area, and it's the cheekbone. Again, right, not the whole bone, but right just where your pupils are. So drop down right there on the right directly down from the pupils, and just sort of circle around a little bit till you find that spot, and just again a nice pressure, nothing too strong. And if you just want to try it for 5 seconds, but you want to build up to where you're doing it for 30, and then come out. And that'll, again, get the chi flowing, get the things like that. Where's another great one? Here's one for toothaches, earaches, jaw pain. And that one, it's located behind the earlobe. So, again, draw your hand around and sort of do a little hookup. So you draw down from the top, and you start to feel right where that jawbone is, right there. And just hold that area right there. And let me know if any of these work for you. Again, it doesn't hurt. There's a lot of, could be, what was it today? On Good Morning America, they were talking about essential oils. And the doctor really couldn't just, foo-foo it anymore, because there's other research out there showing that, yes, lavender does something in the brain that calms. Eucalyptus does something for the respiratory system, and on with different ones. So it was a tough pill for that doctor to admit that some things in nature, try it, it works for the most part. So, all right, so those are a few. I'm going to reference this book a few more times where we'll learn some more moves in the chair. But I just wanted to kind of let you know there isn't an excuse why you can't exercise. And would I like to see everybody do Tai Chi? Yes. If you're more into weights and you have a set of weights, and you could just do it in a chair. Get the weights going in a chair. Balance out. Do both sides. You can get those rubber bands. I've seen an exercise video with that one, where they put them in, or they put them on the chair, so you're getting that resistance. And your knee would crack too, just like that, even though you had the rubber band. But so there's different exercises. I guess the bottom line is get up and move around, do something. If you're not just binge watching. Sometimes it's good having commercials. That's kind of when I get up and move around, or do move the laundry around, or make a snack and come back. But at least I'm up out of the chair and I'm moving back and forth. So let's get up. So the chair, remember we used this as a balance as well. So you could just, after sitting in it for so long, let's just loosen up the legs a little bit. And it's been so hot, I just wanted to wear my shorts today, that's all. So, we just kick it out. 3, 2, 1. And we could circle the leg. So the chair is there if I need it, if you wanted to do it. It's a little bit trickier. Any type of movement. You want to just do a low kick, that's fine. Stretch the calf muscle with the heel toe, just like that. Good, and get both feet. So you want to be on the other side of the chair, just so when you're moving the leg, you're not kicking the chair. So we just do both sides. Again, just to balance out, just back and forth. And you can lift up, sort of like pedaling. Visualize that. I don't know what's the last time anybody rode a bike, but visualize that circular motion. There's the hip, the knee, everything's happening. And then just sort of stretch that calf a little bit. You could just do some circular movement as well. So, all right, let's check that out a little bit. Let's move the chair out of the way, and we'll do a few of the moves of the form that we've been practicing. So, we start out in our mountain pose, just like that. And this is where we just sort of center ourselves and relax. Visualize that nice long spine. Shoulders are down, elbows are out, knees are slightly bent. Weight's going to be on the right foot, and we're going to just sort of screw down in, load up the weight so we can step out and come into 50-50 weight horse stance. Just like that. And then one time, arms float up, in, and down. And then we're going to do a hold the ball right hand high, where we shift that weight, draw it up, and do what's called a half step in. Keep that ball tucked, step up and out, land on the heel first, weight shift, turn the body, separate, rock back, so we can 45. Hold the ball left hand high, stepping out, 45, and then we step straight out, just like that. Good. So the idea with the Tai Chi, when we learn it and practice it, we stop and we think about everything that has to happen, and then we go out. But when we do the form, you want to be just using that nanosecond thinking ahead. So that's where you have to have everything down pat and know what's next. So it's mountain and Tai Chi begin. You're just stepping out. Just like that. Right. So that's what we're learning, and that's the right now I'm doing a class. It's the Northbridge Senior Center, and we'll be there on Mondays. Get there about 10:45, just so we are early. If you're a first time, just come in, introduce yourself, sign up, and again, it's welcome to all levels. And this isn't. We're just starting up, so there's a few students that are coming back that have been with me a couple 3 years, and again, we're all students, so don't get intimidated that they've been doing it for 2 years and they know the moves. Well, guess what? And I was there too. I had a first day where I knew nothing, and I drove the teacher nuts. So I guess I'm ready for the payback. Come on in, ask 100,000 questions, make me show you again, make me explain it in a different way. Maybe you gravitate towards one of the senior students that I have, and relate to them. That'll they can show you some of the moves, and they'll explain it maybe just a little bit different, or maybe it's again learning it from somebody else than just the instructor, and you get intimidated by trying to follow exactly every little twist that I do. That's not what I'm teaching. I'm not trying to make everybody the same. I want everybody to listen to their body. Everybody's built a little bit different. Again, those moves that we do, if this is all you can get, this is great for you, because it's your limit, that versus the other person that has to get it all the way across to feel that same stretch. So, all right, let's do our 3-move Qigong move. So that's that mountain pose. We step out into horse stance. And see if you can feel the energy now. We did this one in the chair, but let's see if we can visualize that drawing up. It's called drawing water. You might have that sensation that you're pulling up water or energy. It's a little bit tougher to maybe visualize water, but that's one of the names for it. Because I guess maybe you're bathing yourself with the water now, or you're putting that energy in, and now you're drawing it up again. And this is sort of grab all the negative energy or just the stiffness and everything and flush it out. So now when we draw that energy up, we're able to give it away or just surround ourselves with it and down. So that's a different way to think about it. We're drawing up water. And then we're just kind of cleansing ourselves, pushing down, bringing it up, doing our second rinse. Now it feels good. We have all that nice energy that we just gave away. And don't worry, there's plenty more. So we drive, bring it up, push it down, bring it up, fill the heart, cleanse right out. Now visualize pulling that up and just wrapping it all around us. Bringing it in and down. And then come back to center, just like that. So that's a nice one to do in the morning. That one's great to do in the morning. And until I find something that I like better, and I'll share it with you, but that one doesn't take that long to do. Once you have that muscle memory of knowing it, slow it down. And then you get into that second phase that I talk about when I teach of, of feeling the chi. Because it might just be, yeah, it feels good. You've been sleeping all day. It just feels all night and it just feels good to just move and just move. Now you got the moves. Now feel the energy and feel it going in and just cleansing the body, getting rid of anything that's bugging you, thoughts or stiff neck or upset stomach or your hips or your knees, anything's bugging you, push all that negative right out. So that's another great way to think about it. You get that deeper one. And then really the other one is that able to give the energy away or use that energy to wrap around you and make a protective bubble. So again, all that energy work that we talked about, whether you believe it or not, you have it. It's electricity. It's different names for it. There's different studies on it where they're able to measure it. So we'll maybe get somebody in a few weeks that can talk more about that, and maybe they were even part of a study. So again, I'm working on some really good guests. Next week's guest, you guys are going to have it's going to be a great show. Don't miss it. Or if you do have to miss it, we'll keep playing it till everybody sees it. So let's finish. We'll do a quick hug the tree, sort of a meditative move, and it's a way to slow the mind down, where we just fingers are almost touching, and just focus on breathing. That's all you have to do. And it's just a nice way to just calm the mind. And then bring it in, and just like that. And that you want to try to build up and get a nice, a 3-minute practice would be great. Because, and you'll get hooked on it. You'll do a 3-minute and then you'll be just feeling so good about it that you'll want to do a 5-minute pose. And you don't have to do it with standing on one foot. I guess they call it tree pose in yoga. But we're just doing it and do it in the chair. There we go. We'll finish it up. Do it in the chair. We had a nice class tonight. I'm glad you stayed. And I hope you got something out of it. So, again, till next time, it's Tai Chi for you.